Good morning, Kenwood High. I'm Za'veon.
And I'm Alliyah.
Today, we're highlighting several student productions that were recently entered into the second CMCSS Screenfest.
Students from AV2 and AV3 submitted projects in multiple categories, including news packages, PSAs, and short films.
And we're proud to say our students did pretty well.
Actually, really well.
Both AV2 and AV3 won Best PSA for their respective levels in their news packages, also tied for second place overall in the competition.
So today, we're going to show you the projects that helped bring home those awards.
First up is our news package entry.
News packages are produced just like real television news stories, with reporting, interviews, and B-roll to help tell the story.
Take a look at the news package that tied for second place overall in the competition.
At Kenwood High, the day starts like any other. Students moving through hallways, teachers preparing for class, but behind the scenes, the school's leadership tells a unique story. The school is currently the only one in both the district and the state with an assistant principal team made up of all black women.
As far as all of the assistant principals, we all see each other as sisters at this point. So that type of relationship makes the workplace a lot easier.
What makes us effective is that it's truly teamwork. We communicate well, we fellowship with each other outside of school as well.
Not only are we an administrative team, but we're also a family because we consider each other family.
All of us, we get along very well. We have a really healthy climate amongst ourselves, and I think that just spreads into our faculty and staff and students here.
These leaders bring strong instructional knowledge and high expectations. Their impact is visual in both school culture and daily operations.
I definitely make sure I know where my students are, what they need. The ultimate goal is to get you across that stage.
We caught up with Kenwood High School Principal Nigel Anderson to ask why representation in school leadership matters.
Representation in school leadership is important because we have a very diverse student body. It's one of the main reasons I love working at Kenwood. And so you want a diverse staff, teaching staff, and administrative staff as well.
As assistant admin, their presence sends a powerful message. Leadership comes in many forms, and excellence has no single look.
I think what our kids will take away is that if Dr. Parham, if Dr. Van Hook, if Ms. Polk, if Ms. Bosley can do it, I can do it.
These administrators are showing what's possible when representation meets determination. Reporting from Kenwood High School, I'm Brian Howard.
Great work by our AV3 team.
Next up is a public service announcement created by our AV Production 2 students.
Their project earned Best PSA for their level in the competition.
Let's take a look.
Seriously, you're posting your whole schedule and you have 100 new followers this week. Some of them look kind of scary. It's gonna be fine. Nobody's really looking at my stories anymore. Okay, girl. I'll see you later. Alright, bye. Bye. Be cautious of what you post online. Anyone could be watching.
Another strong message there.
And our AV3 students also brought home Best PSA for their level.
Here's their award-winning PSA.
Stress, anxiety, and feeling overwhelmed, it happens to more people than you think. Talking to a friend, a teacher, or a counselor can make a difference. If you're struggling, reach out because at the end of the day, you matter.
Our final video today is another news package created by our AV students.
This project also demonstrates the storytelling, interviewing, and editing skills students have been developing in the program.
Here is our second news package, entry from the competition, featuring former AV students turned teachers, speaking out on why the AV program here should stay.
They once sat behind these cameras, now they stand at the front of the classrooms. Former AV students turned teachers are speaking out about why this program must stay.
Well, it gives you a lifelong skill set, something that you can take with you after high school. It's way bigger than a grade. It's definitely something that I've been able to utilize like in all of my companies.
The AV program was so impactful for me as a student. I was able to be involved in so many more events and organizations than the average student because I intended, as an AV student, to document those moments.
The audiovisual production program teaches technical skills, but former students who are now teachers say it also builds communication, confidence, and leadership, skills they still rely on in everyday life.
Comfortability on camera, public speaking, projecting my voice. You know, we did a live show every Friday in front of roughly 1,500 people.
Our world communicates through video, audio, and digital media now more than ever. This class helps strengthen communication skills, improves their critical thinking skills, and increases employability through leadership and collaboration improvement.
These educators say the audiovisual production program prepares students for college, careers, in the classroom long after graduation.
Just me personally, I wouldn't be here without the program. KNN was my life. You know, at that time, I needed an identity outside of basketball, you know, as a young man. And that gave me a skill set that I'm still able to utilize to this day.
Not only does it prepare students for the real world, it is a place to let their creativity take control. They can harness that creativity and make it into something tangible. With a world so heavy, it is a blessing for students to have this outlet. Removing this program would be removing a piece of Kenwood history, Kenwood tradition. It would be devastating.
For former students turned teachers, the message is clear. The audiovisual production program doesn't just create content, it creates leaders. Reporting for KNN, I'm DJ.
Huge congratulations to all the students involved in these productions. Winning awards is exciting, but the real accomplishment is the creativity, teamwork, and effort that went into making these projects.
We're proud of our AV students for representing our school so well in the competition.
And hopefully, we'll be able to defend our title next year.
That's all for today's special edition of KNN Live.
I'm Alliyah.
And I'm Za'veon.
Have a great day, Knights.